people know us now. People know what to expect. Now we gotta take it to another level.
Look, city till I die, say hi to the bad fella. Hella smooth with the flow, so grab your umbrella. Yeah, we make it rain, bring the pain, things are changing. Power rankings take a spank.
All right. It is Sunday, June 29th. Yes, we're recording on a Sunday. It's 9:06 p.m. Eastern Time. The weather is glorious. The Tigers are on the TV, but they're not the only Detroit team that's winning right now or this last couple of days. The men have gotten their heads out of their ass. And once again,
I don't know if I go that far.
they're halfway there. There's a light.
I don't know if I go that far.
On that. They're showing that they've endured. And once again, Detroit City's women back-to-back Great Lakes champs. And now, with that intro out of the way, let's hand it over, Peruvian Hair God.
Too legit to quit.
Yeah. You have gone to, in the last 4 days, and you've gone to, and since Wednesday, you've been to 3 matchups. You've been to Toledo.
Well,
you were in Kalamazoo
right.
last night, and you were in Ann Arbor tonight.
if you want to start, we were at Midwest on the Wednesday.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then we were at Keyworth for Ann Arbor, then Toledo on the next Wednesday, and then Kalamazoo last night, and then drove across town today to cheer on the mighty Toledo Villa to victory.
Tell us about watching that Ann Arbor, or whatever we're going to call that today. Granted, they short end of the stick time-wise, but they still had, against a team like that, to fall behind how they did is kind of hilarious.
I think we call that a bed shitting where I come from.
Yeah. Bad case of food poisoning.
I'll just say this. I'll say 2 things to start with. One, I've always hated Ann Arbor, even though I live here. The way that they came into being and, whatever his name was, like, not wanting to schlep 35 minutes to Detroit, how they could have their own match day experience right here, and then how they started off by naming themselves Ann Arbor City Football Club and, like, basically stealing all of our merch ideas. Like, I always hated them. That said, this year, one of my best friends in life is an assistant on the AFC women's team. And so I'm always like, oh, I want, him to have success or whatever, but I also want him to lose every game. So it's been a weird feeling. But yeah, we went today. Tiny bit of hope for Toledo, who's improved. I think Garrett, you were there. Jam, you were there on Wednesday when Detroit played Toledo, and they're better than they were, but still, like,
Toledo actually took the chances. Toledo took the chances today that they should have on Wednesday.
Correct. But it still felt like a tall order. It still felt like it was going to need a miracle. And 3rd minute, howler from the Ann Arbor goalkeeper just basically dropped a free kick that was hit straight at her. And then from there, it was like it played right into Toledo's hand, right? Because they wanted to defend, they wanted to counter. They hit two more goals to go up 3-0 on like these textbook counterattacks. Ann Arbor was pretty unlucky. They hit the post twice. Like they had some good chances in the second half, and then they did claw back to 3-2. But in the end, Toledo hung on, and fair play to them because I thought they deserved that win for how hard they worked. But yeah, crazy set of circumstances. Garrett, I do think, so you were saying this in the chat, I think, your theory about Ann Arbor having to play Friday night against Macomb and then Sunday, today, with only a day's rest. I think that was pretty insightful, and I think they played almost the exact same starting 11 from Friday to today, and I don't know if that cost them, but they were so flat today when they came out.
if you watch that match on Friday in Romeo, it was very physical. It
Yeah.
was very chippy. Tempers were flaring. Um, on the bench, off the bench too. Um, Union could have had a penalty called in the first half, didn't. Ann Arbor won one, but it was a direct save, ball don't lie moment. Union did win one later, and this is again Union not having Amelia Villarreal because I think she got called up to U.S. camp. BJ mentioned that to us in Toledo, so it was just like the way how Ann Arbor looked and got that done on the same time. I'm like, okay, they're taking it on Sunday because that was a fit. They've gone. That was the last hurdle. But as you mentioned, Toledo were up for it on Wednesday. They made it difficult for us.
Yeah.
And I think, and that's dare I say, we had a stronger lineup at Toledo Wednesday than what we had in Kalamazoo yesterday. I mean, you and Alan were there. What did you think? Because the moving picture stream, which granted it didn't freeze, so we got to see that at fucking least.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Alan. What did you think? I thought they played well last night, but it definitely was not the full strength. We didn't have all the guns. I mean, Kayla threw. She turned the clock back and was outrageously good. But like, the subs off the bench was not the usual cast of characters. So if we'd been in any kind of trouble, well, it did get to 1-1, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if it had gone late and we were still trying to find goals, I think we might have been in trouble. I don't know.
Yeah, when I saw the lineup, I was like, I don't know some of these names. So Dave was reaching deep into the pool, like we've mentioned. But I think once I kind of got a grab of the game, and Kayla's performance is just like lights out.
Oh my gosh. I obviously could not watch the unwatchable stream.
It was like
The
Brian
updates I
Boros
was
with that
getting.
gif in the chat.
and you can tell when a player's locked in like that. And I mean the team did well in general, so it wasn't just her.
Yeah.
But scoring goals is the way you win. So
Yes.
but they were really, really happy.
I am glad. I was frantically refreshing at the clubhouse watch party.
Because towards the end of the game when it was clear that Kazoo was out of gas, it just was. We were having a lot of fun, just making fun of everything, and the players, they were super happy, and good for them, and but there was that lingering like, what if, and but we'll talk about that some more.
Adam, what about you, man?
Adam, would you like to take this time to apologize to the women's team if you buried them after the second match of the year?
Has Adam ever apologized for anything?
No, I'm not going to apologize because obviously they listened to me and totally turned things around.
Lit that fire.
I think there was legit concerns after the first two games.
Yeah.
Also considering that wasn't the same team. We saw the first two games of the season up until the rest of the year or the rest of the season. But yeah, I mean, what can you say? I think that what we saw against Kalamazoo is another testament just to how well David Dwayhe and his coaching staff have done getting these players in, considering these heavily rotated, lineups. And they've gone without arguably their best player, the entire season in Lily Jagle. Lily Jagle played one game for them. And it was
two, and yeah.
Yeah, and it was off the bench. And who knows if she's going to be there, for the first playoff match. I doubt it at this point, especially since it's on the road. But again, I mean, Nate, Danny have done a phenomenal job just rotating in players, managing, the schedules of the players who've been gone, and you just can't say enough good things about them. I mean, it's really quite remarkable of the job that they've been able to do last season and again this season. And I agree with you too, Alan. I mean, that Kalamazoo game towards the end there reminded me of how City looked at the end of that Ann Arbor game at home last weekend. I mean, when they just looked defeated and ready to just pack it up and go home. And I'm sure the feelings coming out of that weekend too was, in that night, considering how hot it was, and they were at the end of a doubleheader. The city's women's team is down to a team that at the time was pretty much a must win. I mean, they needed to win that game. You would have thought if they were going to make it to the playoffs. But they bounced back and played a phenomenal game in Kalamazoo, and got some help from Toledo, which is why I'm sporting the.
Oh, you're wearing
Toledo
a Mudheads hat? Yeah.
Oh, wow. I think we've all agreed that Toledo has been brought back to Michigan.
I mean,
brought back Michigan.
You know what? Fuck the Toledo War. I mean, we'll still take the UP because fuck Ohio and fuck, Minnesota or Wisconsin. Whatever. It's take it all. I'm all about colonization.
I saw harmonious
imperialism. Let's just go in and retake Toledo so Garrett can have the Toledo Zoo back in Michigan, and we still get the Upper Peninsula too.
We're going to have to edit all of this out.
Yeah, this is...
Hey, we saw harmonious conversation at University of Toledo's campus between Toledo and Bowling Green alum. All I'm saying is BJ and Jaime were chatting, so that's all that AKA.
Yeah, we did. We extended the olive branch. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's Toledo, you all right. You all right, Toledo. Also, 1 point from 1 point out of 6 for the first 2 matches, 21 out of 24 the last 8.
That's just nuts.
And
it's
in
such
those
it's a weird season,
and leads in 9 of the 10 games.
Yeah, I mean, it was clearly things changed as the team solidified, and the problem is you can't build up. You can't in the summer league. You just can't build up. Like, you have to be out of the gate solid. But we didn't start solid, and by circumstance we made it to the playoffs, and Ann Arbor dropped points too though this season. So
yeah.
So it was, they didn't have a perfect season.
5 out of 6 to Kalamazoo.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I wish this season was longer. It's the lament that we always have. We just when things are getting tasty, all of a sudden it's over. You're like, now I gotta wait. Yeah, that's the way it was for a long time. And that's the way it is for the women until, perhaps we go pro.
So, Central Conference playoffs. Shout out also to BJ, dropped it in our chat. Formally announced. Highmark Stadium's hosting Central Conference. So 4 hour drive to Pittsburgh, however fast you go. 2 matchups on Friday, 10:30 a.m. on Friday, July 4th. Detroit City FC.
Change your plans.
Detroit City FC as the 3 seed taking on number 2 seed Kingshammer, who won the Valley. I mean, if you think about the Valley, in that's been Indy's division or Racing Louisville's B side. Indy 11 won 5 and lost 5 this year. Keynes Hammer with 24 points in that division. That's Lexington SC's backup team too. I mean, they turned up 24 points for them, so it's the 2-3 matchup at 10:30. Pittsburgh Riveters hosting the Riverhounds family, so fuck them naturally by cause. They're in the 4 seed at 1 p.m. because the Riverhounds have a night game at 7 o'clock, so Highmark has a triple header on the 4th of July. The Riveters won the Great Forest.
Start hydrating now, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, icy light does not count as hydrating. Right, Alan? And in the Heartland, Minnesota Aurora. So Riveters takes on Aurora. 29 goals scored, 4 goals allowed by Minnesota Aurora, 10 wins and 2 draws. It's shocking that they drew twice this year. But how are we feeling about this one? I feel like I said, I feel good about this run. I do wonder, Sophia's only had I think she's on one match a week these last couple of weeks ahead of the move to Iceland in the fall. Is that going to change with the tournament? I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, so I'm going to be completely honest. I know that our team is good, but I don't know a fucking thing about any of these other teams.
Nobody does.
So, I don't know. We'll probably do all right. I don't know anything about any of these other teams in the slightest. So I think as long as we can get...
We're going to do a deep dive on the tape starting tomorrow.
What's that the plan?
Before we
research department's on it, yeah.
Perfect.
No, I mean, who's even available?
Right. It's going to depend on who everybody has available, I think, at this time of the year. So it's fingers 100%. Crossed that the women we need are available.
You win the final, it's Sunday night, July 6th at 7 p.m. So you have a super early matchup on July 4th and a late evening match on a Sunday night in Pittsburgh.
And I think if you do only get Sophia for one game, you got to put her in Friday morning.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
You go all out for each, as much as you can for each game. So if she is available, which who knows at this point, I think, you definitely put her in Saturday. I don't think that's a question.
Yeah. If we get by Kingshammer, who do y'all want, Aurora or Riveters?
Have we played Aurora before? We played them last year? No?
We never played them.
We didn't play them because Indy beat them.
Yeah, they got knocked out in the semi last time.
I want Riveters just because Pittsburgh. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice to beat the home
Aurora,
team.
I have seen Aurora, some of their games. They're really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, definitely, if they can get knocked out, that helps everybody. So, and Riveters, this is their first season, so, that seems like that would be a better choice.
What about you, Alan?
But the chance of them, the chance of them knocking out Aurora is slim. So, see what happens.
I really don't care. I don't like picking the poison in this sense. I just want them to win on Friday and play whoever. I don't really care at this point. I will say this though. I hate that Pittsburgh didn't just name their women's side the Riverhounds. I think that's stupid. Unless it was like a male centric name already.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump in here as the woman.
Preach,
and I'm just
Jam.
as a woman who also is a fucking heckler. You can't name a women's team after a dog. That opens up a whole fucking can of worms.
That's true.
What even is a riveter?
Rosie the Riveter.
Yeah, so
I mean, I don't know if it is that, but I would assume it has to do with how women ran everything when the men
350
were off
bridges in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Why don't they call them the Riveters or something like that?
And also, there's Bethlehem Steel in that league too. So is the Steel Army the same for the Riveters, or do they have a new name just for that support for those matches, or is it a different supporters group?
I think it is the same supporters group. I think like their actual supporters group, like we do, supports the men and the women.
That
I don't
same
think they have a
shitty
separate
supporters
one.
group. Fucking hate those good.
This is all I'm saying. This is all I would love. I'd love, obviously, first things first, win on Friday, get to the final on Sunday. But picture a world where we go into Highmark Stadium in a playoff type scenario, like we've done before, and defeat said host team in their first year of USL W League, and their all outness trying to go like, "Hey, we're good at this. We should have had a team all along," and break their hearts again on this 4th of July weekend.
Would be poetry.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah, brothers and sister. What do we got? Do we want to, Jaime, what do you want to talk about next?
We should because it's, I mean, obviously there's playoff games ahead. Let's give our black arrow for the women's. Make your case now. It could either be it could be based on facts and analysis, or it could be based on vibes. Either one is fine. But I'm curious.
Who are all of our previous winners since we're discussing this?
Last
Garrett.
year was Gabby, right? Shriver?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Year before that was Sid. Correct? No, Peters. Avery Peters.
Avery Peters, yep.
The year before that,
Anna McCarthy, I think.
Looking
maybe.
it up.
I was just curious. I needed a refresher.
Yeah.
Shannon McCarthy
No.
won it 1 year. Was it the first?
Madison Duncan won it once, right?
Yeah.
I believe so. It might have. Maybe Sid won it the first. I feel like Sid Bloomquist won it.
Oh, here we go. Hold on, guys. I pulled up the Wikipedia. Guess I could have just done that.
I was just trying to remember. Okay. It's all right.
Killed those brain
Guess I could have
cells.
just done that. All right.
Those brain cells don't exist anymore. That had that
Chuck
material.
Garrett didn't remember it.
Dude, the Heat's kicked our ass this week.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
right,
Black
listen.
Arrow Award for the women. 2020, it was Sid.
There you go.
21 was Madison Duncan.
Hello.
Okay.
22 was Shannon. 23 was Avery Peters. 24 was Gabby.
All right. So we covered them all.
Yeah,
Not,
good
not,
job,
not,
guys.
not in that order, but
I'm proud of you.
Who's leading off?
let's go, Alan. Alan, make your pitch.
My candidate is Allison Lapointe.
Ooh.
Because the transition in goalkeepers was a huge question mark, and I don't think anyone really knew how that was going to play out. Well, it turns out she's a top-notch goalkeeper,
Yeah.
and if not for her high level of play, number one, we wouldn't have made, the championship for the playoffs. We would have been at the bottom of the table or towards the bottom. I can think of a bunch of times that, that things could have got really, really bad if not for the saves that she made. So, are there a lot of other candidates? I'm sure. Yes, absolutely. So she's not the only contributor, but to me, that sticks out in my mind as something that I've paid attention to closely over the course of the game. So that's my choice.
I think that's a great choice. I would part of my soul would die if a goalkeeper won it 2 years in a row, but she is definitely, I think, deserving. She's been phenomenal, and I think the 0-0 tie with Macomb, where we're still kind of finding our feet. Like that, I think that's the game. If she doesn't stand on her head in that game, that's a loss because they had some big chances.
Absolutely.
And she bailed us out. And that was probably the start of the positive run that led us the playoffs. So yeah, good shout, Alan. Let's do Jan. Do you have a Black Arrow favorite?
Honestly, I'm Team Allison on this one as well. Not only just, I mean, all the things Alan said, obviously. But I also have noticed, especially like in the games I have watched in person, like she is so encouraging and so motivating and not just directing her teammates to where they need to be, but also giving that positive reinforcement, which I think as a whole, like that's going to affect how the rest of the team performs. And so I think that aspect of what she does is also like super important to her being the Black Arrow, because she's directing traffic, but she's also, I mean, it's almost like having another coach on the field.
Yeah, agree. All right, so we got two for Allison. Adam.
Sophia Roman, completely different team when she was on the pitch. I don't think if Sophia doesn't return to this team, they don't win the Great Lakes division. I think for me, it's that simple. Sophia Roman.
Yeah, she's a difference maker. I'm trying to think. Do you know off the top of your head how many goals she scored?
100.
No. It's like 3, I think, but like all of them were match winners.
Yes.
But even last year, she bagged
sure.
so many as well. When you look at just how consistent she's been, like these last 2 years.
Yeah, no doubt. I also think her work rate is really underrated. Like she's not just like a scorer. Like she puts in a shift defensively too. Like when we lose the ball, she works her ass off to get it back. So yeah, that's another great. It's hard to argue with any of these, honestly.
She's just she's a brutal type of player. Like that play that Garrett and I, remember that, Garrett? We're standing right there at the corner flag, and just little shit like that is just like Jesus Christ, like just snatching the souls away from. Heel. Yeah, just like snatching the souls away from the competition. It's just like I don't know.
Some of Michael Kitchen's best shots happened that moment, in my honest opinion.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I would go I feel like Sophia's my tops on that. Allison would be my second. I mean, honorable mention. You got to give Ella Karolak and Katie Murphy deserve props for that pairing.
Yeah.
And even Ella's been playing those breakout balls from center to midfield. Featured in midfield a couple times. Even was on WDET last week, so I think that was pretty cool.
I think they're Hannah Crum too. Hannah Crum's been out there basically all season. Just, I mean, you talk about a leader on this team and a vital player on this team. It's Hannah Crum as well.
Always working so hard with this team because there's so many people.
No, it's true.
So good.
And to further, just to say more about Hannah, we didn't, we were struggling for goals in those first couple of games, and she had the breakout against Toledo, and then she scored again. I think
Midwest.
Midwest. Or no. Yeah. The first one against Midwest, yes.
Yeah.
And so I think those goals really were crucial at the time. So what was your final answer, Garrett?
I'd go. Sophia was my 1. If I was if I'm ranked choicing it, Sophia 1, Allison 2, Karolak 3, Hannah 4, Katie Murphy 5. and
Okay.
honorable mention Kayla Addison because she got us a hat trick.
That's not a bad idea. We may want to bring that up with the club.
Rank
I think
choice.
ranked choice to
Fuck
decide
yeah. So if one
because
candidate doesn't get over
or maybe it's just
50%,
like top people rank their top three, and because I really hate the idea to imply that somebody's going to win, which means other people weren't good enough, because that's bull. Because there were lots of
Yeah.
people who were good
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. And even then too, like we're thinking when I mentioned names, I didn't even fucking mention Tatiana Mason, Kate Childers. Like there's so many good
It's
players
a
on
whole
this
team's
team.
worth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Mann, if you're listening, we want ranked choice voting.
Sean Mann
do you
I
is
have to buy a new computer to figure it out.
Sean Mann is listening,
You
and
know, there's actual ownership that coaches Dave Dwayhe tells Sean Mann and Alex to great choice
Sean
voting.
listens to me better than the others.
True. That is true.
Yeah. No, we should do it.
Jam, you reach out to Sean. I'll send a text to Alex and tell him to do the rank choice voting.
It's gonna take them like
It's
6
what the
weeks
people want.
to add it up.
listen to the people.
Yeah,
I give the people what they want, man.
that's
Isn't
right.
the people just us right now who are let's bring
But we're people too.
It is a really good idea though. I mean, why not? Let's go full on democracy here, and if one
The
candidate
last
doesn't get
vestige
over,
of democracy in America.
yeah,
Detroit
and
City
if one
Football Club.
player
We're saving democracy.
if one player doesn't get over 50% of the vote, then it goes to the ranked choice
Yep.
voting system.
How about some symbolism from today also that a team from Ohio wearing red defeated a team from Ann Arbor in Ann Arbor.
We already established this, Garrett. Toledo is no longer Ohio. It
Correct.
That is
is
true.
Michigan. So
Fair. Good point.
we've already planted the flag. We've already guillotined their governor.
Toledo is Toledo. Look at us. Toledo is ours now.
City is ours. The city is ours.
Fuck you, Ohio.
All right, so I do want to say, Garrett, I think shouting out Tatiana Mason is a good call as well. I think she doesn't get a lot of the headlines, but if you look at the game against Ann Arbor where she wasn't there
Yeah.
versus the game, even the next game against, and obviously Toledo's not as good.
Her and Kate out broke up the Cadillac Murphy central back pairing because Ella had to play midfield.
Yeah, but I think even more than that, like Tatiana Mason is just really good at like simple distribution of the ball. Like the players trust, like they give her the ball and they like don't worry. Like she's a calming person. Like she dictates the play. She like dictates the rhythm of the game, and I think that's really underrated. She's always giving like an easy outlet pass to her teammates. Like her positioning is great. So I think that's a good one too. My actual vote will go to Drew Martin though, because I think she's a straight out baller. She's also very underrated because she doesn't score that many, but like this girl is so talented and she plays so many minutes. She plays in all different positions. Like they can put her in defense, she's great. They put her in midfield, she's great. Last year in the championship match, they like put her up top because like they had no one else who could even run. She just delivers like wherever she is on the field. Like she is a phenom in my opinion. So,
and when you have Ella King with her, also the amount of pace is going into because Ella King when she's playing covers like she's free roaming. It seems like as well.
we were sitting right behind Ella Kane's dad in Kalamazoo, and he was losing his mind because she kept having all this space to dribble, and she would like pass it, and he's just like, oh, like he's just it's like a total like parent. Well, I mean he is a parent obviously, but like it was like the total like the stereotypical like parental reaction like when your kid like is messing up. But she is good too, Ella Kane. Headed to Bowling Green by the way in the fall, so that'll be cool. Suck on that,
Oh,
BJ.
shit. What do we want to talk about next?
Let's do Pride Raiser. We're not going to talk about the men because I think the women just deserve like this platform. Um, but we do want to talk about Pride Raiser. Jam. We finished off the month with a flurry of goals.
Holy shit balls, you guys.
We will
Okay.
we'll only mention the men in the fact that Matt Sheldon came up with a brace yesterday on top of Kayla's hat trick. So
Yes.
five goals on the last day.
5 goals, technically 6, because
Technically 8
the
if you
men
count
won in
penalties.
PKs, so we get a bonus goal.
Oh, okay.
So
there we go.
Shit.
the matches are over, but our work is not done.
Correct.
As of right now, on Sunday night, we have got per goal pledges at $2,140.69
Nice.
per goal, with 17 goals for a total of $36,392.
How many total pledges are there?
We currently have a total of 182 pledges.
Fucking great.
And we also have another roughly $1,000 in one-time donations. We've got cash to add that we collected at the Pride Raiser tent. And we also still have the NGS and DCFC donations per usual to add to that total. And then we'll also have some this year from the clubhouse specifically, because they did 2 watch parties where they did a 20% of draft beer sales going to Pride Raiser, because they're separate from the DCFC donation. And so they did that for 2 watch parties this month. Last night, which was also drag bingo, which was really fucking fun.
And a Sheldon Brace Kayla hat trick was probably not on that bingo card.
Not even a little bit. So we are doing good. I have not actually posted it on social media yet, but I probably will. And it's late now, so maybe first thing on Monday morning. We originally were cutting off the pledges at midnight tomorrow for the last day of the month. But because I am feeling generous and want to make sure all of our stragglers get in, we will actually be keeping the pledges and donation websites up until midnight on Wednesday. So that will give you midnight on the 2nd. You still have time to get your pledges in, change your pledges if needed. And then once you guys get all those in, we'll close it down on Wednesday night. And everybody will get their emails to let them know how much to actually donate. With where we're at right now and what I know we've got coming as far as the club and NGS and all of that, I am confident that we can get ourselves to 50 grand this year.
Let's go.
That's amazing.
I
want to make
really good.
I feel good about it.
I want to make a request to the people out there that are still going to donate or modify their donation is don't donate a dollar, like don't donate like an even dollar amount. So don't donate like $5, $6. Add some cents onto that so Joe Novak has to go back and change his donation. So
Yes. Also for anybody
Especially if
at
that
home,
motherfucker's going to Pittsburgh this weekend.
anybody at home who is keeping track of the Joe Novak pledge change tracker, as of right now, we are currently at 26 pledge changes
Jesus.
for Joe Novak.
We actually practiced this year. Yes.
So our goal for that is to get us over 30, please.
Just go back in and add 69 cents to your pledge. It's super easy.
Just get a little weird with it. And again, if you can do $1, amazing. If you can do $10, also amazing. If you don't have the funds this year to jack up your pledge or donate, you've still got time to share it with your friends, your family, your coworkers. the Ruth Ellis Center does so much, and they are so deserving of everything that we can do for them, not just for Pride Raiser, but throughout the year. And it's been a tough one this year, and I just want to thank everybody. Like, no matter what part you have had in Pride Raiser, whether it's helping at the tent, handing out flyers, working a Pride event, just talking me off the ledge, donations, pledges, shares, talking to somebody about it. Like, it takes all of us to do this, and there's no way that we could do it without every little bit that every person does. Like, if you think what you're doing is not enough for this, literally anything you can do is enough. Not only are we doing good work, but we're better than every other supporters group at this. And
For those that don't know, Jam is really
of.
competitive in anything she does.
We all know I have problems. Y'all have been on fantasy football with me. So yes, I'm feeling better about where we are. But honestly, the way we started this year, I did not think I'd be sitting here today being confident that we can hit 50K this year. So thank you for stepping it up and everything everybody does for this.
Yeah, hell yeah. And like it definitely, let me see how many times I can change my pledge totals in these next few days.
Be mindful of the fact that I get a notification every time anybody does anything. So just keep that in mind. But yes, if you need to change your pledge, odd amounts are fucking awesome.
And it's super easy to update it. Like, if you just go back to the first email that you got, like, there's like a link directly there, and you just have to click it, and then you update it.
As soon as you get onto the main page and you're logged in, there's a green button that says change your pledge. Super easy.
Super easy.
If you can't figure it out, I don't know, message me somewhere.
What do we want to talk about next time?
We're gonna play a game.
That Jaime just came up with just now.
We're gonna play a game that I've been wanting to play for weeks. And so the way it goes is someone's gonna start by naming a player from Detroit City history. Now we have to be on the honor system, because you could all get on Mackey's little site and look up the legacy numbers and the players and all that. That would be cheating. This is just pure. And Garrett, to be fair, Garrett's going to have a big advantage in this game. But you start with naming a player. Let's just say, for example, Connor Rutz. Start with Connor Rutz. So you have to take the last letter of his last name.
Oh, God.
And that becomes the first letter of the next person's name.
Oh.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So it could be men's or women's. And we'll go in the following order, only because this is how I see it on the screen. We'll go Alan, Adam, Jam, Garrett, and then me. And if you get stumped, then you're out, and you lose, and you will be ridiculed.
Okay. So going first is the best spot to go.
Alan is in. Yeah, Alan.
I have like 300 choices.
Age before beauty on this one.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. How about I'll give you an easy one. Nate Steinwasher.
Ooh.
Nate Steinwasher. So R. Reese Williams. Jam. S.
S. We're gonna go Stephen Carroll.
Good shout.
Elijah.
P. Am I already going to be out? It's too much Pisco earlier.
Yeah, what was that cocktail? You need to tell people that cocktail you were having. That Chicano, was that what it was you were having?
Yeah, I'll hang on. Let me do this first, and then I'll give the recipe for Chilcano.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm out of my own game after one round. P. I'm out. I can't think of it. Garrett, you gotta have one.
Shit. Do we have
You
a
can't think of one?
Philip?
Oh, there's been no Phillips. Uh,
Thank you. God damn it. Have
I'm
we had a
out.
P in the last few years?
I'm out. There's no P's. I've been stumped completely. All right, so that means Alan, you're back. You're back to the start. You name another one. You're back in the driver's
So it's
seat.
now down to 4. It's now
Now it's
down
down
to
to
4.
four. I'm out.
Okay. Uh, hmm. It's too many choices. Why don't we go with Darren Smith?
Ooh.
So you have an H.
Darren Smith. So that's an H?
H to
Mhm.
Adam.
That's tough.
Jesus Christ. Hmm. H. God damn it. Oh, fuck.
Adam, if you don't.
Haruki Yamazaki.
Oh.
Oh, that was not what I thought you were going to
Boom.
say.
That's not what I thought. That's not what I thought you was gonna say either.
Fucking at the death.
Wow. Well done.
Jam's got to name one with an I.
I to Jam.
Oh, wait, sorry. Haruki Yamazaki. Jam I.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Why is this so hard? Fuck.
I is
Do I have
tough.
like a time limit on this?
I don't know, but Adam basically came in with a steel chair at the end. That's what the fuck that was.
Yeah.
I know.
As a shout out to
Good
the, as
All
a
right,
shout out
this
to the
is going to be a
wrestling.
guess because I know nicknames, but I never necessarily know full names. Is Bella Sabo and Isabella?
Yes, she is.
Isabella. No, Isabella's counts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Okay.
sure if she was an Isabella or just a Bella.
Yes. Good shout.
All right.
You're in. So.
So Garrett.
Oh to Garrett.
O'Neil Fisher.
Alan,
Wait. I think he was a junior. Does the juniors count?
It does, so in this case, it
It's
doesn't matter
the
because it'd be an
same
R.
either
It would be
way,
an R
Adam.
either
Oh
way.
yeah, it's, never mind.
Yeah. R to
Yeah.
R to Alan.
Okay, R to me.
Making me look like the fucking Schwab here of this.
Rafa Menziger.
Ooh.
Keep it in the R's.
All right. So
day.
another Rafa Menzigen.
This
Best
one,
sides that have ever played for City.
this is
Oh.
a year before you, bud. 2018.
Oh, okay.
He
They're
plays for
legendary.
North Carolina now.
Yeah.
So I
he's
got,
still
I got
around,
an
but
R.
Yeah, another
Mhm.
R.
Oh. It's ball the clock, man. Richard Ballard.
Yes, Dicky
Dicky
Ball.
Ball.
Dicky
Balls.
balls.
Okay, so we have
So
a D for Jam.
D to Jam.
Ah, sorry.
oh, there's a real obvious one.
Yes, there is.
There's a lot of real obvious ones.
There's a couple, yeah. There's a couple.
But I'm gonna keep up with the ladies and go Drew Martin.
Good shout.
This one's
That's
easy.
N.
Oh wait,
And to Garrett,
And
yeah.
to Garrett.
oh wait, go ahead. Sorry.
We already fucking said Nate too. Shit.
Yep.
Nate. Players only, no coaches.
Players only.
Fuck. Nate. Women, Nate. We haven't had anyone that's played as a Natasha or anything that I know of. Oh man, this one's tough now. God damn it. 'Cause I didn't finish it up. And then what the fucked up thing is, we're gonna learn it afterwards. It's just gonna be pissed off when it happens. All right, I'm out.
Oof.
Damn.
So the one that came to my mind was Nicole Grimaldo. Could have been in the
Any of the Grimaldos.
any of the
Fuck.
Grimaldos. Yeah, all three of them actually. All right, Alan keeps.
We
Alan
had a
keeps,
Natasha, didn't we?
on the women's team.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Possible. Let's consult Mackey's list here. So Alan's back to the start, man. Alan keeps getting the lead
Oh,
off.
wow. Yeah, I love this game.
He's got the power.
Okay. Okay, let's end this.
Uh-oh.
Dave Dwayhe. Boom.
You motherfucker.
That's actually not that hard.
Oh.
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 Oh, why?
Oh, why?
Adam.
Oh,
You'll be a dumb
yes, that
motherfucker
is.
if you
Oh,
don't.
well.
Oh.
Oh.
What did you say?
Nothing.
You'll be a dumb motherfucker if you don't know this one.
You'll,
Or why? Oh
my God.
God. It's funny you say that because if Jaime would have went with Connor Rutz, I would have tried to use this as Z. It's Yazid Matthews.
Yeah, that's the only
Yep.
one. Well done. All right, so we're S to Jan.
S. I got S last time. I already used my S.
Girl, there's more S's, so.
That's the only one I can think of. Sebastian Capizzucci.
Oh shit.
Whoa!
That's a deep cut.
wow.
No,
God
he DMs the
damn.
NGS account a lot, actually.
So you gave me an I?
Wow, back to an I?
Yeah,
damn.
sorry.
Wow.
Let me think. Irving. Itzhak. Whatever. Ivan. Did we have an Ivan?
I have the anthem of the USSR playing in my head.
I got nothing.
Oof.
Now we got two.
I can't think of an I either at the moment. There probably is like another Isabella though, somewhere.
There's Ivasevsky, but that's Alex Ivasevsky.
That's
Correct.
the last name, yeah.
I don't know that there's any men. There's got to be another Isabella. I feel like maybe this is me being an old person, but like women of that age group, there's a lot of Isabellas.
There are a lot. That is absolutely correct. All right. Well, Adam, you get to make this the next one.
Dario Suarez.
El Jefe. Or what did you refer to him on the Oppa channel, Jaime? El Puto de Amo?
Really? You're trying to give me a Z?
Puto Amo,
That's
yeah.
easy. That's easy, though. Zach Shuey.
Oh, sweet.
Just return that serve.
What does that end with?
What?
E.
E.
It ends with a.
First it.
That ends with an E.
Shiwi, yeah.
Oh, good.
Deanna Jackie would be so proud of you for doing a shui, man.
He's the best.
Legend.
When did he play?
A lot?
From the start, 2016 to, 2012 to, I believe, 2017. The last year he was
17
there.
or 18, right?
Yeah, I think 17. If memory serves.
I don't remember him at Keyworth.
I think he played my first year, which was 17.
He definitely played at Keyword.
He played 2016 for sure a lot, and then 2017 he got injured and didn't play much, but he did play like a couple minutes in that very last game against Ann Arbor, funnily enough.
What about Midland? Was he in Midland, Odessa too?
I think maybe a little bit, yeah.
I have to do an E.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think, yeah, there's one I thought of, but that wouldn't work because shortened.
There's only one I can think of off the top of my head.
I got it. Elvis Amo.
Nice.
Oh,
That was not the one I was thinking of. Oh, fuck.
Man who got his revenge against us.
What do I have? An H?
H, yeah. H.
Hannah Crumb.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
Wow.
an M
Oh.
to you.
M back to Adam.
Michael Bryant.
Oh.
okay.
So I've got a
God, I love
here.
that for reason. T. I mean, they're making us look real stupid here.
Do you know what?
I feel really stupid right now.
I feel especially stupid because I should have said Pato Mateo Paz.
But the
Tommy
jam would have
McCabe.
came out well. Wait, who was? Never mind.
But anyways.
Tommy McCabe, I'm sending another E back to you.
I mean, McCabe.
Tommy McCabe. What the hell is that shit? He doesn't count. He's only there for like what?
3 months.
Yeah.
He was there for enough for Kaylor to rave about him on Twitter once. or
I
twice.
only remember him because his dad was really nice.
Oh,
Wasn't he at like some?
His dad's
No.
like a soccer historian.
It was at that
No.
one special owners meeting in like 23 about the soccer trusts.
I remember Sean gave me like a book too of
Oh, that book that I'm looking at right now from Stefan Szymanski.
Yeah, I remember that meeting.
So how about another E player, Adam?
I'm trying to think. Another E player.
Here's the Oh yeah, are we counting indoor or is it just outdoor only?
Oh.
No, indoor would count.
I think so, yeah. I
Yeah,
think so.
Yeah.
roster players.
Don't give him hints.
No, there's no hints. I mean, counting indoors is not a hint.
Dude's all over the place in fucking indoor.
You're leading the witness, Garrett.
Ella Karolak.
Ooh, good shout.
Is she in Alexandria? Is she a Mary Ellen? Because I heard
Come on, it's Ella Karolak. Don't pull that shit.
K to Jam. We're counting it.
Carl, we met.
Oh, another E. This is even better than the men's French Open final 3 weeks back.
This is just back and forth.
Wow.
There's so
Slugfest.
many more that I can think of.
So
With
Jam
with
said she
E
was
at the
competitive.
end?
This is, yeah,
With the E, yeah, baby.
He's fucking super French Canadian, so yeah, of course he's got E's at the end. we, uh,
Does Ella Kane count?
Yeah.
so E to Jam.
E to Jam. This is like a.
Oh, you're sending me the E now.
Mm.
Evans Frimpong. That was the one I was waiting on.
Oh, gee.
Deep in the chamber.
He was my boy in 2020 when we were doing player meal deliveries and like the players were on lockdown and we had very limited interaction. Like he would always come out of the apartment and like we would chat soccer.
I think I saw him give
Super
Fletcher
nice
a
guy.
yellow card in Clark Park intramural once, which means he's a city legend for sure just for that action.
All right, that's an G. Back to you, Adam.
Oh,
G?
you. I got one off the top of my head.
There's only one I can think of.
It's probably the same one I'm thinking of.
It has to be.
And I just realized there's even more than them.
Grace Philpotts.
Wasn't the one I was thinking of.
It's not the one I was thinking of either.
Damn. I mean, we created some sickos.
This has been beyond my wildest dreams. I did not think that we were going.
So I've
We were
got
going-
what?
I didn't think we were going this deep.
Oh fuck! What is that guy's last name? Spencer Glass? Is that his last name?
Oh
Wow.
my god.
That's an old one.
He's the only Spencer though, right? Because
As
that's
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
okay. I was like, I know there's a Spencer. What's his last name?
Wow.
Oh my gosh. And now we got S to Adam.
They're huge.
Back to E.
An OG reference.
Another
E to
E?
Jam.
Has anybody said Elijah Rice?
No.
Nope.
Another E.
His mom was great.
This is
in
absolutely
Twitter days.
cutthroat.
This is savage. This shows you why Jam won our fantasy football league last year. Even though I beat
Being
her in
way
regular
nicer
season.
about this though.
I mean, you did the double, right?
No, I got second in my other league.
Okay. No, I'm talking about the two matchups between you two, but never mind. All right, let's
Oh.
So E, another E.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I'm like tapped out on my time with City.
I'm gonna pull one out of his ass real quick. I had know he's gonna do it.
And Emma.
Come on now. It's a lot of silence. People don't want to listen to that.
No.
Give the people what they want.
Somewhere
Cool.
Red's gonna watch this a few days from now and be sweating.
We'll put some sound effects in the background.
Dennis will just be
Some smooth jazz.
Just edit out all of Adam's
I
dead
got it.
air.
I got it.
Oh,
Evan Lorio.
Wow.
Okay,
Oh.
that's who I was like hoping you were gonna say
Wow.
because I'm already ready with fucking Omar Sinclair, bitches.
Oh, back
That's
to
an R to you.
I got the R.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
This
already
is like
got like
chess.
3 off.
People are like
I already
3
got-
steps ahead.
Yeah.
I'm like ready. I'm like filtering my brain through years of City players right now. Because I know that I have a greater library in my head than Adam does.
Well, that's true. I've been around since the end of 2019.
And I know more of the old guys than I do than you guys, if I'm being honest.
Ryan Shello.
Oh,
with a W.
Well done. Oh, that's rough.
Oh, you better. There's one you better fucking name.
Willie Spur.
I was thinking now.
Is that Willie Spur? So it's R?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ryan Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you just said?
No, I
No,
said
she
Ryan
said Reese
Shello.
earlier.
Reese earlier, yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, I said
Tony
Reese.
Williams is.
S to jam.
Oh, shit. S.
Somewhere Dennis is gonna be here yelling, "Holy fuck, boys!"
S. All right, so I already said Stephen Carroll. I already said Spencer Glass. SCL.
John Claude
Oh,
Lawson.
so- and Adam. Adam's feeling
Man.
pain like he just had a heart attack right there after that one.
No, for some reason, I moved my leg.
Also, I'm
all
embarrassed it took me that long.
Did you hit the funny bone?
weird. No, I pulled my hamstring sitting down.
Great. So you're gonna be out of work tomorrow?
No, I'm fine.
He's gonna soldier on.
Oh, they players always say that.
You gotta play through the pain.
Hell, we got a men's team guy playing through pain before surgery. Oy.
Oh, no.
What is it again? N?
Yeah. Oh. Recency bias for me, but that's why.
N. N. I already said Nate Steinwasser.
Yeah, I just realized I forgot this one earlier too, and now I really feel fucking stupid.
N. I don't think of any women. N.
Only one I can think of, actually.
Do you
But no
want to
pressure.
use your phone a friend?
1 hour later.
Do we get a phone a friend?
No.
But not tonight.
N. I can't think of any for the men's side that starts with an N at this point.
You got the tap.
What was it?
They say you about the tap.
I think there's a Natalie in there. Oh shit, what's her last name?
I don't know. What is her last name?
I think I'm looking at Garrett's face right now, and I think
Stop helping him, Garrett.
he's not over. I'm
Man,
just
so
looking at
much-
his facial
I'm just
expression.
being an asshole right now because I'm just laughing because I'm pissed that I didn't say this one earlier.
Nazarena.
Huh?
No.
Nazarena.
Nope.
Final answer.
No.
Alan's ready to go to bed, man.
Yeah, some of us have bedtimes. Not me, but other people.
I might want to go to Wendy's and get a Frosty right now. So
All right.
Okay.
Who was it?
Nina
done. Who is it?
Nina Ferraro.
Yes.
That's the one that
'Cause-
came to me. She
'cause
scored on Toledo.
I was I can't believe I just let that slip my mind.
That was the only one I could think of.
Nina
All right.
Ferraro.
All hail Jam, the queen of the alphabet game. We will play again someday.
Yeah, that was
Fifth
fun.
grade spelling bee champ also.
That was fucking fun.
Wow.
That was a lot of fun.
That's it. Congrats to the women's team. They are amazing, and if you don't support them, you are an idiot, and you should turn off this podcast right now. Garrett.
I want to let's thank everyone: Dave Leahy, Danny Evans, Nate Northrup, Archer, any of the coaching staff we're forgetting, anyone
Adam
that
Spinks.
anyone that's involved in making the women's match day what it is for the bartender staff and all that, the front office crews, the setup crew that works their ass off, fucking in and out, especially on these goddamn hot days, and all the players that have taken part in all that they have done. It's been fantastic. It is I said a couple weeks ago about suffering produces endurance, endurance produces character, character produces hope, hope does not disappoint us. From Romans 5:1-5, that's what this women's team has been. It's not done yet. Highmark Stadium, holiday weekend, much like last year, there's a very good chance that we could be celebrating a conference title. But whatever it is, it's been joyous. May the good runs continue, and may we go onward.
And fuck Pittsburgh.
Yeah, 100%.
Fuck Pittsburgh.
Detroit City FC. The rules, baby. Welcome to the key. City till I die. Say hi to the bad guy. Pretty gritty in the key. You see, our flag fly, chin check. Hashtag, we came to sweep the leg. With all disrespect, the rules will bruise your head. 2012, the scene pop. We came to clean clocks. Your team is dream drop. We gave some mean knocks. Stomping on the comp. Yeah, we chomping on the bit. Many came and went, but they ain't stopping none of it. Community built, community owned. Roasting foes coast to coast. Leave your hope postponed. Spirit of Detroit. Lemons the lemonade. Yemen and Bangladesh make a stronger.